Top of it, top of it, top of it. It's your boy Coach One Stack, and as promised, man, I told y'all I was gonna let y'all know who Eric Von Zip was, man. And you know, Diddy paid him $1 million for Tupac. Who is Eric Von Zip? Why didn't Keefe D get his money? Man, you gonna find out if you stay to the end of this video, because ain't nobody dropped y'all video yet on the bag, man, of who received that $1 million payment from Diddy when Tupac was assassinated. Can you dig what I'm saying? But before I get into this video, man, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. I won't tell, man, I'm dropping y'all real content. I'm the first person to even put a video like this out here. So, hey, man, make sure y'all stay to the end, because y'all keep wondering the $1 million, the $1 million, the $1 million. Was there $1 million? Yes, there was $1 million. But, man, hey, I'm an old head. I'm 49. A lot of y'all youngsters, y'all wasn't born when this Tupac stuff was going on. And as I told you guys, I'm prior law enforcement. So I was law enforcement out here when Tupac was assassinated. So, yeah, we know about the $1 million. This gentleman that I'm going to talk about, that you about to see a video of, this was the person that the FBI wired Keefe D up so he can go try to get Eric Von Zip to inform on himself, to say that he got that $1 million from Diddy, you know, for the assassination of Tupac. Because we all know that Keefe D is an informant. He is a federal snitch, and he snitched on many different levels. But let me shut my mouth and let me introduce you to Eric Von Zip. Let's get it, man.
Zip was a mastermind, a gangster, a pimp, a hustler, and he had more game than Kellogg had flakes, brother.
The FBI said it was just Zip.
So the FBI told you
he was a dirty. Yeah.
So the FBI told you that Zip kept that money as well.
They said Zip's a dirty.
And when we would go shopping, Zip would get in 20 cars before we got into the main car. Before we got to the
you just jumped from car to car?
I thought that was just in the movies when I saw it.
So he had cars he owned parked in different
Zip
locations?
had cars, my man.
Wow.
When you think of a big figure in organized crime in the hip-hop world in Harlem, names like Frank Lucas or Bumpy Johnson might be the first thing to pop up. But trust me when I tell you there were other powerful kingpins you might not have considered. Eric Von Zip was one of them.
I knew Von Zip. Not personally, I knew him from investigations before this, and always had the air about him. He's a gentleman gangster.
Eric Von Zip Martins was a well-respected Harlem gangster and hustler who was very involved in New York's drug trade. But that's not even why we are looking at him today.
He was based out of like 118th and 8th Avenue in Harlem. Old school guy, knew Puffy's father, Melvin Combs, from back in the day.
Did you know that Von Zip also played a huge role in the infamous East Coast versus West Coast war that dominated the 90s hip-hop world? The same beef that saw the deaths of two of rap's most iconic stars, Tupac Shakur and Biggie Smalls.
He was no dummy. He stayed out of jail for many years.
This guy had quite the life, and we'll get into it. Born in central Harlem on 118th Street between 8th Avenue and St. Nicholas Avenue on October 10th, 1960, Eric Von Zip emerged from the depths of Harlem's underworld, particularly around his home turf on 118th Street.
You know, he was about partying and about having a good time, and he definitely left an impression on the community and, you know what I mean, in Harlem in general.
Over time, he transformed himself into a powerful international dealmaker and influencer. His reach extended beyond the streets. He played a key role in managing Mike Tyson, mentoring the Notorious Big, and forging connections within the music industry. He also had strong ties to Bad Boy Entertainment and its founder, Sean Puff Daddy Combs, solidifying his status as a behind-the-scenes power player.
Puff, Mom, and Von Zip used to be in a relationship together.
Eric Von Zip played a key role in connecting Bad Boy Records, led by Diddy, with the Compton Crips, specifically Keefe D and his crew. This alliance was instrumental in the East Coast.
And hold up, people. Wait a minute. And before I get into that, to all this, let me kind of let you know who you really dealing with when you fucking with Eric Von Zip. Can you dig what I'm saying? Let me really show you what you dealing with, the type of person Eric Von Zip was, before I get back. Let me show you something real quick.
It's don't even Zip. So one day Dawn comes and tries this shit with me, put me around $600,000 and in a bag. And you know, believe it or not, $600,000 is heavy. I know you got to think if he told the guy grabbing bags like Tony Montana coming in there. They're not grabbing bags like that. You know what I mean? Like that might be 12, 11 pounds. $1 million is probably like 75 pounds. So it's not something you can run around and run the block with, you know what I mean? So it was crazy when we had all that money, you know? And so we were talking about Don, huh?
Yeah.
So I don't know if I should even say this shit. But no, fuck it. Go ahead. Ask me another question. Fucking Zip took the $600,000.
Really?
Yeah.
From who?
From Don, when he came in.
Hold up, y'all heard what he just said. Eric Von Zip took $600,000 from Don King. So if he took $600,000 from Don King, you know Don King was a gangster. Don King went to prison for murder. You think he wasn't gonna take that million from Puffy? Keep on listening, man. I'm the only one posting y'all this content, y'all. Only one.
The money, he's trying to do something, and then Dipsy thought, let's come back later and we'll talk about that. He walked him out the door. He said, hey man, let me get some of that money to pay some people. I gotta pay the people. WBC, the dog, come back. He's come back. And Zip, you never met Zip, have you?
I haven't. No.
Zip is such a gentleman. Please come back. Not right now. He's just not feeling well, dog. Click, bye. And then we'll figure.
Hey man, that was just a little bit of Eric Von Zip, so you really know who you dealing with. Now that you know who Eric Von Zip is, man, let's get back to what we was watching right now. Let's get to what we was watching, people. Let's get back to
Coast versus West Coast hip-hop rivalry of the 1990s. While Eric Von Zip was known to be one of the most powerful people in Harlem during his time, he was more controversially known for his involvement in the death of Tupac. It was alleged that Von Zip made up to $1 million from facilitating Tupac's mother.
The FBI said just Zip.
So the FBI told you the
They said he
same
was a
thing?
dirty mo.
So the FBI told you that Zip kept that money as
They
well.
said Zip's a dirty mo.
According to Keefe D's statements, Diddy allegedly expressed concern about Tupac Shakur and Suge Knight, leading to discussions about a possible hit. Keefe D claimed that Diddy told him he had a couple of problems that needed to be handled, referring to Tupac and Suge.
Keefe D named Diddy 77 times in court documents related to Tupac. But let's clarify this. This isn't the first time he's implicated Diddy, right?
This conversation reportedly led to an arrangement where Keefe D's crew would take out Tupac for a payment of $1 million. Eric Von Zip, who had deep ties in both the music industry and the streets, was allegedly the intermediary in this deal. However, Keefe D later claimed that Zip kept the money for himself and never paid out the full amount to the hitmen. Lots of people think that Von Zip used the $1 million to buy the Zip Code Club, a clear sign of his growing influence. Additionally, Von Zip was reportedly the one who supplied the firearm used in Tupac's mother, further solidifying his role in the violent events that defined the era.
Zip was. You know, Zip was a mastermind, a gangster, a pimp, a hustler, and he had more game than Kellogg had flakes, brother.
Gene Deal, a former associate of Diddy, suggested that a money trail linking Bad Boy Records and Von Zip could provide critical evidence in ongoing investigations regarding the mother of Tupac. And Gene Deal was not the only one. In his book titled Mother Rap, Greg Kading, an ex-LAPD detective that was detailed to the Tupac mother investigations, a Southside Crip shot caller said Puff offered the gang $1 million for the mother of Suge and Tupac. Based on the LAPD records, this happened at the Greenblatt's Deli on Sunset Bowl, but there was really no concrete way to connect Von Zip to Tupac's death. Many theories suggest that he made a lucrative deal by selling his record label, ensuring his financial security while maintaining influence behind the scenes. But there wasn't much evidence to hang him for those. Contrary to Keefe D's statement, Gene Deal came out to say that despite how close Keefe D and Von Zip were, he never saw Diddy and Keefe have a conversation about doing anything to Tupac or Suge Knight.
According to the court documents, Davis claims Combs paid Eric Von Martin the money. He also says that Combs offered to set up a phone call with Terrence Brown, who was the driver of the car that rolled up next to Shakur and Suge Knight.
Gene Deal said, I never seen them have no conversation about doing nothing to Pac, or nothing to Suge Knight, or none of them. You understand? According to Gene Deal, when he showed the check to them, Von Zip said he got the $1 million check from selling Blackground Records to Jimmy Henchman and Barry Henderson.
I saw a check for $1 million that Von Zip
show.
Never ever sue the driver who crashed into you after a car accident. There's a better way you could get
Us from in which he said he got for Black Ground Records.
He said, "I don't know how much time had elapsed, but my man was sitting on the block on 112th Street. Zip had come around in the new, I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was the Aston Martin. I don't know if it was the Rolls. It was something. I forgot the car." And that's when he showed us a check for $1 million and said he got it from selling Black Ground Records to Barry Henderson and Jimmy Henchman.
Man, if you don't know who Jimmy Henchman is is serving life in prison. Why is that? Jimmy Henchman was the number one who had Tupac Shakur banged at the studio back in the day by none other than Haitian Jack. If you don't know who Haitian Jack is, put Haitian Jack in the comments and I'll make a video for it and I'll connect you and I'll catch y'all up to speed. If you don't know who Jimmy Henchman is, put Jimmy Henchman in the comments and I'll let you know who that is. Jimmy Henchman was a gangster. He's doing life in prison because you know who Jimmy Henchman was messing with? He was trying to mess with 50 Cent, and 50 Cent put him up under the penitentiary. So hey man, that you just heard right there where that $1 million went. It went to the zip code. But remember, ain't nobody giving you this content but me. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Let's blow this shit up. Let's go.
He went as far as clarifying the relationship between Von Zip and Keefe D, recounting that he only saw them together during social gatherings or while gambling with high-stakes dice games that amounted to tens of thousands of dollars. Gene Deal also commented that the only person who suggested violence against Tupac was D-Matt, who was associated with the Crips in California. He, however, called for an investigation into the circumstances surrounding the check because he also doubted the reason Von Zip got that check. We know Tupac was shot 4 times on September 7th, 1996, in a drive-by attack about a block from the Las Vegas Strip after a Mike Tyson-Bruce Seldon championship fight, leading to his eventual death.
Rap star Tupac Shakur died last night after a brief life in a rough business. He was 25.
About 6 months after, in March, Biggie died after he was shot 4 times in a similar drive-by outside the Peterson Automotive Museum, about a block from the Los Angeles County Museum of Art. And so ended the lives of 2 of the most iconic rappers in the hip-hop world.
FBI agents are looking for a man they say could. Both communities are mourning the death of the rapper known as Notorious B.I.G.
Interestingly, Von Zip was said to be at both crime scenes, with Foxy Brown for Tupac's mother and...
Now hold up, man. Y'all don't find it odd that Eric Von Zip was at the scene of not one but both murders? Do you think that's a coincidence? For those of y'all, man, who ever read The Alchemist, man, if something happens once, it may not happen again. If something happens twice, that means it's more than a coincidence. That means it was meant to happen. And I hope y'all are catching on to this, because I'm the very first one to drop y'all this video. Ain't nobody even talking about this, but I've been telling y'all in my shorts who Eric Von Zip was. So shout out to my subscribers. I told y'all, man, talk to me, I'll talk back. Hey, man, hey, I'll make these videos for you. But hey, y'all should find that kind of fishy that Eric Von Zip was the dope man connect between Keefe D and who else? Diddy. Diddy was broke. Keefe D had way more money. And he had way more money than Diddy back then. And let me give you another little banger that some of y'all didn't know. The very first video that Usher made, go back and look at that video. You're going to see a 64 Impala convertible. That's Keefe D's Impala. That is Keefe D's Impala because Puff Daddy had to pay to get that car repainted because Usher was dancing all over the hood. Hey, man, shout out to LA, man. We know how y'all feel about y'all Lolos, especially on the West Coast. Can you dig it? But just some old game from me to you about who this is.
With Keyshawn Johnson at Fairfax Avenue before Big was gunned down. But how did the Von Zip and Diddy's alliance come about? Von Zip allegedly had Harlem under his tight grasp on and off for decades while he managed a narcotic operation in California involving the Southside Crips, the same ones that masterminded Tupac's mother. According to Mike Dorsey, Diddy needed security in LA, and Von Zip was the one who made that happen. He introduced him to Keefe D and the Southside Crips. That connection would change everything. Back in the day, Diddy and Von Zip rolled together, clocking long days at Bad Boy Records, and even longer nights at Diddy's crib. No wonder Diddy called Von Zip his uncle, and Zip called Diddy his favorite nephew. Keefe D also confirms in one of his interviews that it was Von Zip who introduced Diddy to the Southside Crips, a formidable street gang based in Compton, California, and made sure Diddy remained untouchable in LA. With the growing tension between the East Coast and the West Coast, this connection proved important.
I mean, but Southside had connections with, I mean, they had Von Zip, choreos and all of that was dealing with people that was associated with Bad Boys.
It was the Southside Crips that came to Diddy's rescue whenever a fight broke out between Bad Boy Entertainment and Death Row Records. Suge Knight already employed Compton Piru Blood gang members as bodyguards, so it only made sense that Diddy would have the Crips on his watch. As a guy from New York who needed to make it and blow big in hip-hop, Diddy knew he had to be in Los Angeles, despite his growing feud with Suge Knight and his Death Row label. Back then, you couldn't run a hip-hop label without being able to come to LA, and that posed a big problem, given the brewing East Coast versus West Coast rivalry.
And guys, and we're not going to get into that, man. I don't like to keep y'all too long. I just wanted y'all to know who Eric Von Zip was and the role that he plays in this Tupac case and the role he plays in that $1 million. Remember, you heard it here first, y'all. Hey, man, Eric Von Zip was a gangster. So this is the thing, man, with this Tupac trial. Because Eric Von Zip passed away from cancer 11 years ago, that is the connection with this money. But guess what? We have none other than Kirk Burroughs, who will be taking the stand, who was part owner of Bad Boy Records, who could have cut that check. And guess what? They can still go back and trace those checks. Ain't that something? But hey, man, this is just part one. I just had to just warm y'all up just a little bit, introduce you to Eric Von Zip and let you know what happened to that $1 million. It went into a club called the Zip Code. A lot of y'all didn't know that. T to the motherfucking K. TK Kirkland and Eric Von Zip were roommates at one time. Why? Because Eric Von Zip was the connect. And those of y'all, man, that play that game, man, that like to play them games in the streets, we all know that anybody from the East Coast was looking for a West Coast connect, and that's the way it was back then. But hey, man, I don't want to keep y'all too long. Like and subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell. I won't tell, can you dig it? But other than that, man, remember to be blessed. Don't ever get stressed. Make sure you never get finessed at that $1 million with all that Diddy mess, right? And make sure you're getting plenty of rest and check out the next video.